everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I am the owner of PGL Planners, and this is my YouTube channel where we do everything faith and planning. And welcome to today's video. If you're new here, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification to stay updated on all things new. And welcome. We are planning week 3. Week 3 in the month of December here. But first we're going to be closing out my week from this previous one. I decided, y'all, that I'm going to slow down. I had so much planned this week for that 101 series. I did film one video for it, and it is going to go out on Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday, because I'm doing the voiceover for that next. But I'm going to slow it down a bit so I can actually enjoy the holidays. So I've just been focusing on the box, and the box is doing really, really well. I'm going for something different this time. I normally try to theme, if there's a holiday or a specific thing happening, I try to theme the box around that. But I've decided to kind of play a little bit more and not do that so much because it's PGL's 3rd year and it stifles my creativity when I do that to myself. So I am going to just kind of let this box be a fun experience and something that inspired me versus me trying to stick to a box of, oh, it's New Year's, so I should do the same things, and I just don't want to do that. So I hope you guys trust my process. I always come out with some bangers, and I really want that January box to be just that. I am going to be testing out a few new items in this month's box. Nothing major, just a few pieces to go with the widgets and things like that. Since we have that blank one, I want to try out a few things with that. And of course, if you've been with me and you've done the boxes, I like to try out new things in the boxes and get you guys' feedback on it before putting it in a permanent piece where it shows up in the shop. It's one of the perks that you get. You get to work with me on kind of seeing what we all like. So yeah, that's going to be fun. But I am working on that. And today has been kind of a whirlwind. It's Sunday. I did not get to plan yesterday because it was once again a very busy day. My husband and I have been putting in a valiant effort to really just cook way more. And we already cook a lot, but just cooking a lot more at home, bigger batches of foods for the kids and I and my husband to eat throughout the week so that we don't have the excuse of doing something quick. And we normally do things quick at home, but it's the same repeat meals. So I did make some chicken tikka masala the previous day, and we had the leftovers last night. And I made my kids some ground chicken turmeric nuggets. If you're looking for ways to get turmeric in your kids' diet, then doing ground chicken is a good way to do that. It's good for inflammation and things, but we've just been really trying to change up their palate as well as our own. I grew up eating Indian food. My stepmother is Indian, so that particular genre of food is a fave for me, and it's a comfort food because it reminds me of my childhood. So it was really cool to see my daughter really enjoy it and eat the chickpeas and all of that I prepared. And it was nice to have it last. So today I did an overhaul of, and pause really quick. I'm using the script from September's box and the date dots. I'm thinking about making a script set with this particular font combo because it's my favorite. As you can tell, I keep using it. And so I think that I'm going to have to get that somewhere, maybe in the Patreon shop. Just like how I did with the icons. That way, if you want them, you can go over there and get them. I don't think I would make them a permanent piece of Etsy. But anyways, so I batch made my favorite waffle recipe. And if you want to know it, then just ask in the foodie channel in the Discord and I'll pop it there. It freezes the best. I've tried a lot of different homemade waffle recipes in my time, and this one is the one that I've stuck to for now. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. 6 years. I've stuck to this recipe for 6 years. It is my favorite. My kids love it. I've done it confetti style. I've done it regular vanilla. But today, my husband and I were how cool would it be to just batch make a ton of waffles for the week for the kids, because they like to have waffles and cereal and yogurts and parfaits. It's good to have options and variety. But because I homeschool and naturally I work throughout the morning and afternoon, I need meals that are healthy for them, but that are quick for me to prepare because I'm a working mama. And so it's hard to make, homemade meals every single day. And so I did make like a double batch of the plain batter, and then I split it off into 3. And my kids don't like chunks of blueberries in their stuff, but blended up, they love it. So I blend up the blueberries into like a sorbet, and then I added that into the batter and mixed it up. Have this beautiful, rich blue waffle batter for them to have with all those antioxidants in there. And then I did a protein waffle situation for myself, but they'll eat it too. It's got dark chocolate chunks cut up in it and crunchy peanut butter mixed into it with a little drizzle of some dark chocolate syrup I think it's that like, I forget the brand name. Anyways, so I mixed that up. I put a very tiny amount of that because I didn't want it to disturb the batter. And then the other one is just plain vanilla pancakes. And so, not pancakes. I keep mixing it up. Waffles, y'all. Waffles. And so my husband's downstairs cooking all of that now because I needed to film. But it just felt really good. And tonight I'm going to make bunch of hamburgers because we do have some ground meat downstairs. So I'm going to do that. I'm trying to basically prepare myself mentally for taking on more because PGL is growing, you guys, and I have to thank you guys so much for the support. There's been a lot of questions, and that's why I'm doing this next one-on-one video that you guys will see on Monday, just addressing some of the products that I make because they're not very common, what are vellums and what do you do with those, and what do I do with these pocket inserts and things like that. So I am going to be reviewing that. But it's been such a treat watching PGL get the attention that she's getting, and I just want to make sure that I'm keeping up with that new demand from the new customers that I have and all of that. So it's been so lovely. But I do have to now kind of take a little bit of a turn on the approach, and that's why you'll see the title. It does say, trigger warning, and it's me being honest with you all. So I was not going to share this, but it has affected me a little bit, and I'm really looking forward to the holidays because I feel like this will help me out the rest of the way in my healing process. But a little after my 31st birthday, my husband and I discovered that we were pregnant, and I was honestly very apprehensive, but then I was very excited and I grew super pumped up. I had just hit the 2-month mark, just about. And then we lost the baby. And so it really took me off guard because all of this kind of happened right when I launched the planner. And so while trying to juggle those emotions, I was also still trying to be 100% for PGL. And it just really rocked my world. And I had to pull away a little bit. So that's why my Discord appearance or my Discord activity kind of shut down a bit. Because what I did have, I guess, in my tank, if you will, my fuel, I put into my products instead. And honestly, it hit me more after starting the Advent calendar because when I was making the Advent calendar, I was still pregnant. And so that's why you guys were seeing so many children pieces because I was really just excited. I love my sticker kits and whatever it is I'm making to tell a story. And so for me, when I was making that, I was really thinking about the preciousness of children and just how much of a gift they are, because even when it's unexpected, which that baby was unexpected, it's still something to celebrate. And so it just took me some time, and I'm feeling much better. I definitely, I've had all of Thanksgiving and a good portion of, because obviously I think I was still miscarrying around Thanksgiving. But I had my children, to kind of help with that healing process. And it just took some time, and it's still a healing process for sure. But I feel so blessed because I have these 2 amazing children. If anything, it's made my love grow for them even more. And then, of course, my husband has been phenomenal. And you guys, the support with PGL has really helped offset the loss. Just seeing how much the Lord has grown this business has been such a treat. So as I'm sitting here and I'm planning my third week, I'm just like, wow, like, yeah, I can take a mini break, but I've got so many things that I want to do for the shop. There's so much that I want to do, but I also need to make sure that I'm balancing my time between work and my kids and my family. And so cooking is one of those things. I'm like, I need to really get back in the kitchen. I was getting kind of lazy. I was like really relying on my husband to make majority of the meals because he's an awesome cook. I'm an awesome cook as well, but I really did rely on the night hours to get a lot of work done. And so with what I've done recently with the schedule and like kind of dialing back on the Discord and just popping in the morning when I can, like those things have helped tremendously with that portion. So I hope you guys can, adjust with me. I'm not going to be I'm going to be active. Obviously, every day you'll kind of see my presence in there unless it's the weekend. I am going to make sure that on the weekends, if it's not video related or there's not an emergency, that I understand, it's okay to pull back on that. You don't have to be in the Discord every single day. That's why you have the mods. That's why you have your assistant. Like, it's okay to do those things. So I've just been honestly growing in being gentle and kind with myself and not constantly being go, go, go. So if that is you, if you are that person, like slow down. Don't be go, go, go all of the time. It's not being kind to your body. It's not being kind to yourself. I have felt my cortisol levels drop tremendously, and I've been so relaxed and just allowing myself to really indulge in God's presence and the blessings of what he's given me, which is my family, and, not kind of like trying to be like that girl, as they say these days, where you pretty much sacrifice everything that the Lord tells us to cherish to have accolades and all of these things. It's great to accomplish things in your life, but it's more important to make sure that you're modeling what God designed you to be in the first place. So that has been like a big portion of that. But I just wanted to share that with you all because I know like if you've been with me long enough, then you will kind of notice like there has been a slight change. I have, of course, tried to not show that as strongly. But anyways, so I have quite a few packages coming this week. It's not Christmas related per se. I just have some things that are coming. And so I did use the package stickers from September's box. I'm finding, and I'm laughing at myself because I think I've said so many boxes were my favorite, but September's box has been the one that changed the game for me. If you look back at September's box and then you look at the products that I'm coming out with, you're going to notice a parallel. Like, it's pulling me back into that old PGL design, that monoline, like 1D art. It is so good to me. I love how cute it is and how colorful and how fun. And so it's been really, really a treat because I keep returning back to September's box and I'm like, is September's box my favorite? Not because of the way it looks per se. I mean, it looks really cute, but I use it the most. Like, I use the font from it the most. I use the date dots from it the most. And I use some of the elements from it the most. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm in love with September 2024's box. So anyways, yeah, that's where a lot of these elements are coming from outside of the new product. So I got to figure out a way. I need to break up that box and kind of figure out if I can kind of build some products around that because, yeah, I keep using it. But I'm just kind of marking off this week. My kids are going to be off. I did their, before I filmed this, I went ahead and did their school planning. The lesson planning stuff is kind of boring, so I didn't really want to film that. But I did let them know that on the 22nd onward to January 2nd, they're going to have their off time for winter break, Christmas break, if you will. And we're going to be doing activities and all of that. And it's going to be such a good time. And I'm also going to be off of work during that time. And I would imagine that majority of you ladies will be, more focused on the holidays. In regards to the box, I am fighting to get this box done in advance so that I can do the unboxing way before the 23rd. And the reason being is because obviously that's holiday time. I'm not really trying to, take up you guys' holiday time or my own, talking about a box. But what I will say is the boxes will still go out on Christmas Eve and onward. The 24th is in the evening is normally when they start to go out. So you will still get your boxes at the same time, but the unboxing will prayerfully come out before then. If nothing comes up and I'm able to stick to my schedule, then we should see the unboxing beforehand. So prayerfully, it should be within this week that I'm planning right now, which is why you've seen me kind of separate my planning, and I've kind of done like a little bit of a double view. This is why I chose this week view. It's extremely versatile. That free space can double up as more week space for maybe another topic, and you still have that whole left side. I didn't necessarily need the left side. I just wanted to use the free space because I knew I would be writing more, and my handwriting tends to like go up into the sky, so I kind of need the grid. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna write over here, because you guys see the difference. You see the difference between this little, like the little freehanded like week view area where my handwriting is like a hot mess. It's like going up and down. Like I needed the grid. I needed the grid big time. I know they have like rulers in the apps, but like it throws me off if there's a ruler there, and I know you can write up close to help, but it throws me off. So anyways, I'm just kind of putting more important things or things that are more highlighted on this little bit of like a week timeline situation over here on the little tab papers and writing it in white so that it stands out for me. This planner is the literal best planner I have ever used. And I'm not saying this just because I've made it. I have never been so organized in my life. And this is coming from a shop owner that makes planners and has loved planners for so many years. I'm able to plan and take care of every facet of my life, from faith to my family to my business. And it just does not feel like I have to do the most to accomplish it. The planner's so pretty. I feel like I don't play around with stickers and agitate so much. The items that I've stuck with for the collections make it so much easier to just do what I need to do. I don't know. It's just so good. I'm so pleased with the reformatting of everything. I'm a very happy camper. So I'm just adding a few elements here or there because obviously this is more handwriting than anything. And this little girl reminded me of my daughter. So I was trying to stick her somewhere. I was like, I need to use her because when I made her, I just thought of my little Leia so much. And yeah, I couldn't fit her anywhere because the way my handwriting is all crooked and crazy. Otherwise, had I wrote next to the dot instead of under it, it probably would have fit. But I'm just going to go ahead and close this out. This is my week view, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this weekly plan with me. Stick around on Monday for those of you who are new or just unsure what to do with those pockets and the Dutch doors and vellums. We're going to do a brief talk about it. I'm going to show you how I would use the pattern papers that just launched. Just one use of it because I don't want to force a perspective. I prefer for you to get creative and get in there and kind of figure out what works for you. But this is my weekly plan with me, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like this video. Liking really does help me out so much. Please give this a big thumbs up. It helps more people see and find the PGL channel. So anyways, God bless. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all next time. Bye.